Imagine there's a 50-story building, but with a very weak foundation. Will you buy your apartment there? No, never. It is the same with our life. The real foundation of our life starts when we get to know who we are and what is the purpose of our life. And it is very important because to find that purpose, we start discovering ourselves. As a child, I couldn't fully grasp the significance of it, but now I can see those dots connecting. Growing up in a rich culture and heritage, I found women played a very important role in cultivating that sense of purpose in me. Be it in a form of a feminine divine, or women sages or scholars, or women like Rani Lakshmibai, who was seen as a trailblazer, who defied all the social norms and emerged as a winner and paved the path for all the future women leaders. To instigate that positive change, we must seek inspiration, learn from, surround ourselves with, read about these women, and be the change. Today, I stand in front of you to shine a light on these women who in a way have inspired me, instill the values of Sanskar, Seva, and Sangatan, the three universal values. And through their actions and example, these women have shown me that we have the power to shape our future and create that positive impact on the world. Let's talk about Sanskar. Sanskar, your values, which build your character. So let me wind the clock back to my childhood days and talk about these women who instill these sanskar in me. Who best to inspire you than your own mother? We would never know the history of a woman until we start talking about our mothers. For me, my mother defined resilience. She has managed to thrive back no matter what life threw at her. A strong lady with a strong foundation on this value of resilience. And throughout her life, she was teaching us this value to stay strong no matter what life throws at you. Growing up in a joint family, despite her exhaustions, she stands strong as a strong building, asking me to recite the lesson learned that day, reviewing my homework, and while commute to school in morning hours, she whispered little word of wisdom. No matter what life throws at you, see it as a chance to rise, and you will. And this has been a powerful motto for my life throughout. She was demonstrating this act of resilience. I've learned that being resilient is an ability to adapt to any situation and find the inner strength to take the challenge at hand. So next time, if you find any obstacles or challenges in life, I hope my mother's advice will guide you to find the solution and make the most of what life has to offer. That was Sanskar from my mother. Seva, the act of giving. So let me take you back to my college days, yeah? So college days, full of fun, hanging around with friends. For some, it's about relationships, love, isn't it? For some, it's about lectures, some serious studies. So imagine you're sitting in a lecture hall. And let me take you back to one of this lecture which defined this value for me. And she started with, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. And it got my attention. She started with a story about a conversation of her and her father about this old man who used to plant mango trees every day, despite of knowing that he won't live enough to eat those fruits. So she asked her father, why this old man is doing this? So her father replied, this is for the sake of others. No mango tree eats its own mango. No cow drinks its own milk. And I was hooked on to this thought. And after that, I started reading about this woman, her books, her stories, her podcasts, interviews. And the more I was reading about her, the more I was getting inspired by Seva, this idea of Seva. Her dedication towards philanthropy is a guiding force for a lot of women like me across India here. She is a guiding force behind the success stories of her husband, Narayan Murthy, and Infosys. Do you know who she is? Yes, she inspired all of us. She's all women in one. So the seed Sudhamurthy sown on that day inbuilt the mindset to give to best of your ability. Seva for your soul, seva for your mankind, seva for the social impact. So I hope we all embrace this philosophy for our life and make it a part of our life. That was Seva. Sangatan. Sangatan, being united, together. And when we are together, we are more stronger, isn't it? So the women which I'm going to talk about, I was always aspired to become like her. Being an engineering and management student, somehow women entrepreneurs always inspired me. There was something about her attitude. I liked the fact that she broke all the stereotypical conventions and became the CEO of PepsiCo. Do you know who she is? Yes, Indra Nooyi. She is Indra Nooyi. She inspired all of us. I like the fact that she broke all the myth. She's an inspiring lady. I look up to her as a proud Indian, showing all the countrymen that there's nothing a woman can't achieve. But to build a woman like Indra Nooyi, there are a lot of people behind her demonstrating this act of Sangatan. They were working tirelessly, demonstrating this. They all were together for one common interest, supporting a woman to rise. So be it her family, her mother, mother-in-law, husband, her children, to her efficient secretary, to her neighbors, they were all sangated together because of who Nooyi is today. She calls it power of the pack. And this power of the pack should never be underestimated. This power of the pack is a testament of strength and a woman can rely on. So the road to CEO was never easy. It was a winning blend of a supportive family, supportive organization, and a will to fight. So the power of the pack, like Nui have, I too also have that power of the pack. My husband, my children, all the people here coming here together, showing that power of Sangatan for one common interest, supporting a woman to rise. That's Sangatan. So when I look back and connect those dots, who lay the strong building, who stand in front of you, are these women who in a way inspired me, instilled these values of Sanskar, Seva, and Sangatan, the three universal values. And we must seek inspiration, learn from, surround ourselves with, and be the change. Each one of you have your own story, your own foundation. What are those values which build your building? Who are those people who lent that foundation on which you stand today? Who are those people who gave you that power to empower? And whom you are going to give that power to empower? Namaste.